Hey y'all, I wanted to come on and talk about this space between the old and the new. So my name is Jadishla and I'm a health and wellness, self-love and healing coach. One of the concepts that we talk about in coaching is this space between the old and new. So usually if you're on this journey, you're moving from old habits, old mindsets, old friendships, old relationships, and you're going into this new phase. Okay? So when we think about what may be helpful during that space, here are some tips. The first tip is that you can expect some grief, right? So we're dealing with the loss of what you know. We're dealing with the loss of even the good qualities of friendships and relationships that are no longer healthy. We're dealing with the loss of our default settings, what we've been doing for years, the habits that we've had for years upon years. We're dealing with the loss of our comfortability. We're dealing with the loss of our comfort zone. So you can expect some grief. You can expect some sadness. You can expect some difficulty. And you can expect it to not feel comfortable because it's a grieving process. You're letting go of something that has been a part of your life in some capacity. All right. The second thing is that we have to display self-love and self-compassion to ourselves, right? So just imagine a child going from crawling to walking. They usually don't do that in a single day. If you're a parent or a guardian, you know this. But when the child goes back to crawling and we're trying to teach them how to walk, or they have self-initiated walking, we don't severely punish them to say, you can't crawl, we don't provide them with severe punishment, and we can't do that for ourselves. Sometimes we're closer to the old thing more so than we are to the new thing. Sometimes we don't know what the new thing is yet because we haven't yet established that and how that will look for our lives. So it's so important that we don't beat ourselves up so bad to the point where we forfeit the whole healing and self-love journey in its entirety. Okay, so practice self love, practice some self compassion, and sometimes self love and self compassion looks like discipline. It looks like putting accountability in place. It looks like holding yourself responsible to your healing and self love journey. Okay, that's number two. So, number three is making sure that you're balancing out and giving credit where it's due. Sometimes we tend to minimize the things that we're doing well and maximize the things that we're doing wrong. And it's important that you balance those out to maintain a realistic view of your healing and self-love journey. So, say for example, if you get a victory for the day, but you sit down and you're like, well, I have so far to go. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing this right. I'm never going to get through this pain. I'm never going to get to the other side. I'm so confused. I don't know what healing looks like. As you're talking to yourself, it's like a discouragement going on. And so this discouragement is going to demotivate you from continuing on your healing journey. What I am suggesting to you is to have a more balanced and realistic view. So you're saying, I did well today. I still have a long way to go, but I'm still in the race. I'm still on the journey. Don't allow the negative to be maximized at the expense of the positive things being just unrecognized and unacknowledged. It's a process. It's gonna be progress over perfection. It's not gonna look perfect every day. So I don't want you to fall into the trap of minimizing everything that you do to where you're not giving yourself credit for anything. Okay? So those three tips. One, you're gonna have to grieve. You're dealing with a loss of some shape, form, or fashion. Two, show yourself some self-compassion and some self-love along the way. And three, balance out your thinking. Don't maximize your bad days to the point where you don't even recognize your good days. I hope this helps. Bye, y'all.